Hello and welcome to Shredder Zoo. Thank you for joining me today. I'm standing outside our Equus stable that we built in yesterday's episode. If you didn't see that one, definitely check it out because I'm really happy with the stables. We have 4 horses in here, 4 Equus. Now the only changes I've made are I lowered the nameplates above each of these stables so that they fit in line with this one. Some people with OCD were complaining that this one was lower than the rest of them. These were all kind of in the middle there. So I've lowered them. They should be all in line as near as I can get it. So hopefully that makes you happy. I think it looks better like that anyway. Now as far as naming goes, already in the first few hours of releasing yesterday's video, I've already had well over 10 requests for names. I've only got 4, so some people are going to be disappointed. We'll be naming these guys next episode, next Saturday. So, but I will warn you, a lot of you will be disappointed because I've only got 4 and I've already had way more than 4 requests. So I'm only going to be able to do some. So anyway, we're over here. Some of the trees have respawned. It's not too bad actually. I think these jumps have stopped some of the spawns. But it's not too bad. I think it was another suggestion. It might be worth building a fence around this area, and that might stop some of these trees which are spawning in quite close. But that I will do if I get time towards the end of the episode, or maybe I'll just do it off camera and show you next time out. We'll see how we go. We are going to be doing something over this side. So today we're building the terror bird enclosure, and I thought this little area just on top of this cliff is perfect. We've already got a kind of a walkway where people can come up and view them. And I just thought this would be such a great little enclosure. Should be done fairly quickly. There's not a huge amount we need to do. Fence off this area here. I'll extend this walkway a little bit over here so to increase the viewing area, and we just put a fence across this point where we need to limit the extent of their enclosure. Maybe build a little hut, which I think I'll probably build behind this area, this rock here. This will be that little shelter, and then decorate it, and we should be done. So if we get it done quickly, we may be able to improve an old enclosure. We'll have to see how we go. While we're over this way quickly, I've got 2 names that I do want to do. The Gigantos. So there's still, I think, still 1 left. I have had a couple more requests for them as well, so I will probably do them next time out. So we have Tom Bigfoot. This was requested by Susan Billiam. And we also, if we go inside our little enclosure, this is the primate house that we did last weekend, and I actually love this place. It looks really good. And we also have was it this one? No, not you. We have Nicola Fowler, who requested a Giganto. So that one's for you. So yeah, that's all the names I'm going to do this week. I'm trying to cut down the amount of time I spend on the naming, so we get more time building. But yeah, so yeah, if you want anything named after you, please put it down in the comment section, and I will pick you out if it's a good suggestion. Also, I'd prefer it if it was named after you rather than something that you know or someone you know, that sort of thing, because I want to sort of commemorate the people who actually watch these videos. But that's the idea anyway. I'll write down all name suggestions anyway, and I'll just pick and choose which ones I like the best. So anyway, we need to get building. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this walkway. We'll take these out. We're going to extend this walkway just a little bit so we have a slightly larger viewing area. And I'm just going to build it just over to this rock here, and that should work out quite nicely. So yeah, so you can see this comes up from the Hyenodon enclosure down there, and yet there's an elevator which you can ride and go up here. And this little walkway is actually turning into quite a nice place to be. So you can come over here, you can look at the primates here. You can then, oops, that was the wrong way, we're going to go upstairs. Go up here, you can then look at the terror birds, which we'll be building today. And you can carry on along here, and you'll be able to get an aerial view of down here. Oh, it just looks so cool. Can you imagine walking across this? It'd be terrifying. But you can see the hyenodons down there, and you can actually even look over there, maybe get a little bit of a glimpse of the horses, the Equus. Just about, if someone's happens to be riding them. That'd be awesome. Right, so let's get building. I'm going to grab the building materials that I need, and I'll meet you back in a moment. Okay, so I've just grabbed some stone foundations, which we'll do just to build across over this way. Now I'm thinking, I don't want to go too far in actually. We may need to change this angle a little bit if we can. But I was just thinking about the railings. If we're having terror birds in here, we may need something a bit more substantial than a wooden railing. It's not too bad here because they'll be sort of lower down. And in actual fact, let's spawn a couple in just to get the size. So let's make sure that we've got them on set up to tamed. We'll spawn in, what do you reckon? A few of those. We'll get in another one. So we have 3. Oh, come on. Get off there. Oh my god, I keep pushing all the wrong buttons. Okay, here we go. So there's 3. We might get in another 1 or 2. Okay, yeah, so if you're standing over here, yeah, they'll be able to peck you. we need to change these railings, I think. And yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to get some triangle foundations. We'll see if I can mess around with the angle because I want to make it a little bit closer to this direction. We'll have to see how we can do. Okay, here we go. So I built this out of triangles and that actually gave me the perfect angle. It goes straight over to this rock here. That's absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is we'll have to change the railings on this side. I do like the wooden railings though. So I think what I'm going to do is actually we'll put the wooden railings on this side. So the metal goes out and just over the sort of the glass walkway. But this side we can have wooden railings. Although maybe metal would be safer, slightly more sturdy. There's a big drop down there, but well, I don't know what to do about that really. We'll do it just like that, and I guess we'll block this off as well like that. But this front area here, I'm wondering, do we just want to have metal railings, or do we want the glass? I'm just not too sure. We obviously don't want to block the view too much. I mean, if I was to sort of stack the wooden railings, I'm not sure how that would look. I mean, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, I do like the wood. It just looks nice. If I just get it on top of there and just double stack them, we'll do it up to about this point, I reckon. Glass, you'd obviously get a better view, but I just think it might just look out of place just suddenly having glass walls. I guess it probably wouldn't actually. Maybe we could do. I know what we could do. I know what we can do. If we do, I'll take off these, and I'll grab myself some glass. We'll try out the glass, see how it looks. Okay, so the idea is we'll have a row of glass walls. I think one high should be enough, and then what I might do is maybe stick some metal railings along the top. I think that might just work. So we'll see how that looks. We'll stick this on like this and go all the way along. Oh, that was wrong. That's kind of it's sometimes quite awkward to place them on triangles because there's those extra kind of snap points. That's fine, we can do that. 2 more, and the last one. So yeah, so then I can either do what do we want? Wooden railings on top. I think that doesn't look right. We'll get rid of those. I think what I could do though is we'll double stack the railings here. I don't know. Yeah, I think that looks okay like that, and then I'll get some metal railings and we'll stick them on top, which I think yeah, that looks good. I like that. We'll go for that. So that's how we're going to have the visitors viewing area. So I think we'll also use metal railings to kind of block off the edges so they don't fall off the cliff. Probably a good idea. Like that. That works out well. The only option is maybe this point. No, I think we can get away with that. And this area is absolutely fine. There's nothing in this area here. And the walkway's there. That's there. Yeah, I think that works well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, if I just quickly fly up, is this area needs to be blocked off. I'll just put a fence across this cliff area here, and we'll block off the area over this way here. Just go straight from maybe from the tip of this rock here, just straight across over here, and then around there. So I'm just going to do that because that's just building a fence, and then I'll come back and we'll get ready. We'll build them a little hut here, and we'll decorate. And yeah, and it should be done pretty quickly, I think. Oh, disaster, disaster, disaster. I just got a message. One of my horses was killed by a Titanoboa. Oh, God, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, done it. Oh, my God. So, wow. Something is still being attacked. What's going on out here? I haven't had to worry about... Oh, it's a raptor. Oh, my God, no. Horsey. Luckily I hadn't named it. That would have been a disaster if I'd already named it. Oh, okay, right. So I think we're going to need fences around this enclosure. We are getting closer to the swamp the further we go this way. I haven't had to worry about wild dino attacks for such a long time. Oh, okay, right. This is not what this series is about. I shouldn't have to be worrying about wild things. Oh, it was another guy trying to get in without buying a ticket. Ah, okay. Well, what I will do, just to kind of try and make sure this doesn't happen again, is we'll just zip in here. These guys we can level up their health a little bit. They can last a bit longer in case of attack. Oh no! Oh God! Is that you? Oh, yep. So yeah, so we are close to the swamp. Why have you got rubbish health? They're all the same level. I just spawn everything in at the same kind of level because I wasn't really concerned about levels and things. Oh, poor horsey. Oh, we'll have to replace you. That's a real shame. Okay, well, this is a vulnerable area then at the back here. So yeah, we'll need to build a fence here. I will do that at some point. What I might just do is let me think. Can we? Bear with me a moment. I'm just trying to think about something good here. We're going to spawn in something just to protect ourselves. Bear with me. Let's go for... Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Oh God, I'm stuck. There we go. Right. You will protect this area while I'm building. Thank you. Right, okay, sorry about that, guys. So that's disaster. You are on attacking target, aren't you? You are. We'll unfollow you. Attacking target. Okay. Right, we'll sort you guys out later. We'll clear away that dead horse and we'll replace it in a little while. So anyway, I've built the fences on here and oh dear. Oh yeah, so there we go. So this is going to be the enclosure. I built the fences around here at the back and over there to block off that area there. And we're doing alright. We're going to decorate this area. I don't know what's happened with my frames. It's just suddenly dropped. Probably the rain, I guess. So yeah, we'll decorate this area. I want to build them a hut on this point here. So I've got some foundations left over. Oh, I'm still ghosting. Okay, let me just try and rebuild it about there. That should work quite nicely, and then we can just kind of fill in this area. And this will be just a little hut for them to kind of shelter from the rain if they wish, and where we can kind of put them when we need them out of the way, that sort of thing. And we can just get in one, just fill in this little gap here. Go on, that's what we wanted. Perfect. And that should be, yeah, that is perfect. So that's fine. How many have we got? We've got 3. This area is reasonably large for 3. I think we'll definitely get in another couple. What do you reckon? Should we come out one more? There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we'll build this up into a little shelter, and then we'll decorate this place. Let me think about what I'm going to be doing at this point here. Hey guys, I was just testing something out, and it's a bit unfortunate really that the terror birds are amazing rock climbers. They will just climb right up this. Now, I mean, that's not a real problem because, you know, they're not really going to be wandering around. But the thing is, when I do my educational special in a few weeks' time of these guys, I always like to put them on wander while I'm kind of wandering around and talking about them. And if that's the case, they can't climb up that one or that one. Okay. Oh no, we can. I can't get around again, so that's a problem. Can I get back over? I can't get... Okay, so yeah, we're having a bit of a problem. So I'm gonna have to think about this. It could be an issue. So I just thought I'd let you know what I was up to there. Okay, so I'm trying to do something a little bit different here. Now I'm going to build out of wood for that hut, and I want this kind of the railings and door frames kind of look. Now the way to do that is I've placed an extra foundation at the front here. So what we can do, we can place the door frame needs to snap to basically this foundation facing outwards, like that. That lines up with this kind of thing. Now the railing, if we try to put it on there, that will just destroy the door frame. So what you actually need to do is look down a little bit, get it to snap to the foundation that you're standing on, and that will actually snap it to the front there like that. Then what you can do is you can take away that, and that will be there. Now I'm not too sure about the settings. Obviously I have this is S plus structures, and I have no foundation support structures, so you can take things away without them collapsing, but that is now a sort of a basic setting in Arc, so you should be able to do that even if you're not using S plus. Hopefully that'll still work for you. So I just thought that would be like just an interesting design that I thought I would try out something different. So we're going to do that basically all the way around, and then because if I place a wall on the top there, the height of these guys, they're a little bit tall to kind of be able to look out there, so I thought maybe 2 door frames would actually look a bit better. So that's what I'm going to try going all the way around. So we do another door frame on top there, and then the wall on top of there like that. So just to kind of give it something just a little bit different. So we'll try that on top of there, and then of course we can now take that away. And yeah, so I'm going to do the same on these ones. So let's do door frame. Let's do all the door frames first, like that, and then the railings need to look down a little bit to get them to snap to the foundation you're standing on. That's perfect, and then we will take away these foundations, stick another door frame on top, and then a wall on top of that. Perfect. And see, this is now the double door frame from S Plus. So there's actually 2 of them stacked on top of each other because they can fit through that fine. They can't fit through a single high because they're too tall. So 2 door frames on top of each other like that, and that gives them a little bit of an entrance, a little bit of a walkway, and they can sort of look around. There's plenty of open space. But what we will do, we've got this here. I don't think they can climb up this particular rock, luckily. But I think what I will do is just we'll place some wood walls. Can we get that to snap to... Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Why can't I actually move? Oh, that's weird, isn't it? I can't... There's like an invisible barrier right there. That is weird. Okay, never mind. If I can come around this way... Oh, we'll come back to that. I'll probably just ghost in there and get that done. So yeah, so we'll just build the wood walls along the back here. We'll just block this off like so, and I guess we'll need to do 3 high because that's how tall the rest of the enclosure is. Perfect. I'll stick a roof on there, and yeah, just a little thing for them. Maybe we can use some of the hay bales and things, and the bedding and stuff to kind of make this look a bit more proper, like from the stables mod like we did yesterday. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Oh guys, we've got an alpha raptor here now. Come on. I've not had to worry about wild things for such a long time. Oh my god, where has it gone? There we go. Oh god. I don't have to worry about protecting my dinos from things. Oh wow, okay, so that's actually 2 alpha raptors. I killed one just before the episode started as well. Yeah, I don't know whether my Uteranus would be able to cope with an alpha, but it might do. It's only a level 24. Anyway, I shouldn't have to worry about that one. So what am I doing? I'm trying to build up the roof. I was hoping to use these kind of corner pieces from the stable mod. I thought, wow, why not use that since we've got this thing? But they didn't seem to want to intersect properly. They obviously don't match up with the S Plus snap points. That's kind of how it's looking. So it looks pretty cool. I thought it would be quite good like that, but when I place in the roof pieces, I don't seem to be able to get it to snap to that corner piece. very easily. So yeah, so I think that's not what we're going to be doing. I'll just have to do like a basic standard S Plus peaked roof across like that one. So that's all I'm going to do. Just thought I'd show you that one. But yeah, I can't believe there's an alpha. You do get them around here sometimes, not very often though. This is usually a fairly safe area, but I guess actually the safe area is more kind of the weathertop bit over there. We're getting further and further away from that point as we expand the zoo out this way. I can't believe how much space the zoo's now taking. I really thought that when I started that the weathertop plateau here would be plenty of space for the zoo, but it really isn't. I've pretty much filled up that area. There's one or two little gaps I might be able to fit things in. But yeah, we've expanded down to the lake, and now we're expanding out this way, and I'm actually planning on expanding a lot further up that way as well. So if you're building a zoo at home, and I know a lot of you are sort of following along with the series and building your own zoos, you're going to need a lot of space. You really are. So anyway, let me get this roof done, and then I'll bring you guys back for the decorations. Okay, so here we go. I've put pillars on the corners here, and I've also put some hay bales inside. I want to put something else in here, but I'm not too sure what. I was going to put the bedding down, but unfortunately the bedding, it doesn't seem to snap to the top of the S Plus foundations. It's so frustrating. It'll go out here, but I can't get it to go in here at all. If I place it like this, for example, I can raise it so that it might actually be able to go above. Here we go. So I think actually that's probably high enough. But then I'm guessing if I put another one in, I can't see it. If I place it there, for example, and if I do this, oh, I can. I can raise it up a little bit. Okay, so I guess I could put some down. I don't know whether it'd look very good. I might mess around with that one. We can pick them up. We'll pick that up as well. So yeah, so that's a possibility. But anyway, so we want to decorate the outside. Oh yeah, I just placed the archway from the stables mod as well. Thought that might look quite nice as the entrance. So we'll stick it like that. But yeah, so we need to do a little bit of decoration around here by placing a few trees and things in here. So I'm going to grab the bits and pieces that I need, and then we'll get to doing that one, and then I think this will be pretty much done. Okay, so obviously in Ark you find a lot of terror birds in the redwoods, so I think a redwood kind of themed area would look quite nicely. So with that in mind, we have these big old redwood stumps, so we're just going to chuck one down over there. We'll chuck another one down over here. Like that. We also have these logs, which we'll place one down like this, and that might do actually for those logs because they're quite big, take up quite a lot of space. But we also have these ferns and shrubs and things, so we can definitely stick a few of these around. Maybe, I don't know whether they can actually, are these solid or can you go through them? I think you can probably just go through them. I was hoping maybe I could block off some of the access points up the top of these rocks. But yeah, so we've got a load of these ferns and shrubberies, so we'll stick a load of those about. And then maybe we'll try and get in some smaller the redwood trees and things. It'll look quite good. I also got a load of this bamboo as well, which we'll stick in. And so I was thinking that the terror birds are probably ambush predators to a certain extent. They would have hidden in the tree lines and things. So we want some where they can kind of hide. And we'll stick in some more of these. Stick in more of these shrubs. I'll stick some more over here as well. Let's have a look. It looks quite good. We'll stick in some more bamboo, I think, over this side. We've got a couple of natural things. We'll leave those there, these sort of fern type plants. That's not the one I want. Like that. Like this. We'll stick in some stuff over here. How about, we could put a log there. How does that look? Oh, looks right actually. We'll leave that there. That's a good kind of barrier for them. We'll stick in some shrubs on the back side here. That looks pretty good. We'll stick some more ferns around the bottom of this stump. I like that. We'll stick in a fern in the sort of in the mouth there. I'll stick some around here as well. Okay, let's stick another Let's get another sort of shrub like that. Okay, so I want to see if I can find, obviously not a massive redwood tree, but maybe a slightly smaller of the redwood tree. That might give this place just a little bit of height. I'll see what I can find. Okay, here we go. I've placed in 2 of the redwood trees. Now I wish there was something a little bit smaller, but the redwoods are just over there. They are well within sight of the zoo, so it's not inconceivable we could have some redwoods growing over this point here. So I think it looks really nice. We've got a couple of logs, we've got a few stumps, a couple of trees, and I've added in a couple more terror birds as well. So this place is pretty well populated. We've got 2 there. There's one over there, another one there, and another one in the house as well. Okay, so yeah, I think this place is pretty much done. I like it. I think it looks good. I don't want to add any more decorations because I think it would fill this place up too much. I think they've got quite a nice area to run around in. We've got some nice viewing areas here, so we've got all the way along here. You can sort of see them as a visitor, and I think it looks really nice. Brilliant. So our Uterans is still guarding the horses. We'll have to sort that out at some point. I'll need to put some fences around here, I suppose. And that should stop anything coming up to the horses and attacking them. So yeah, we'll sort that out later on. But there is one thing I want to do. I'm going to fly over to the zoo entrance because there's something I want to do over there to do with the patrons and stuff. But as far as this zoo enclosure is concerned, it is finished. So anyway, I'm going to meet you over the zoo entrance, and then we'll finish off the episode over there. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so I'm back at the zoo entrance, and this here is my hall of Patreons. So anytime anyone donates to me on the Patreon page, they get the name put on the wall. Now I did have the standard signs around here, but the names are so small you couldn't read them. But the stable signs are fantastic. So these are all my patrons I've got so far. We've got the new one added, which is Neko Loveheart. And we also need to put a sign on the saber-tooth enclosure because he's adopted that one as well. So we'll go and zip over and do that. But I just want to show you this sign. So if you, at any level, even from $1 a month, if you donate from my Patreon, you'll get your name up on the sign here. Then we know what colour you want, and we'll paint the names in the colours. There's a couple of guys, I think Nugamentum and Landon Call. I don't remember if you've told me what colour you want your name. If you just stick it down in the comment section, I'll see it. Or message me on Discord or whatever, and you can get your name painted a particular colour, whatever colour you like. So anyway, I'm going to zip over to the Sabertooth, and we'll put on Neko Loveheart's sign over there. Yeah, I'll see you there. Okay, so this is the Smilodon, or the Sabertooth cat enclosure, and we've placed a sign just outside the entrance here that says this enclosure has been adopted by Neko and the Paladin family. That's what he requested to be put on there. So yeah, so if you haven't seen this one, this is kind of an older enclosure, definitely needs a little bit of updating. Sabertooths are just in there, there's one there, and not too sure where the other one's got to. Oh, there it is, just out there. So yeah, so this one definitely needs a little bit of updating, but I think, we're about half an hour now. I think that's about long enough. I think we've run out of time, so it's taken a little bit longer to do that enclosure than I thought. I definitely want to get around to updating some of these older enclosures at some point as well. Maybe I'll dedicate an entire episode to updating some older enclosures. Let me know if that's something you want to see. And but anyway, for now, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the terror birds, and again, if you want something named after you, we've got basically we've got the terror birds, and we've got well, the equus. I wouldn't ask too many more for the equus because I've had so many requests for those already, but if you want one, do ask for it. We'll see if we can sort you out. I think there's a couple of Gigantos, or there's one Giganto, and I think there's one Mesopithecus left. So yeah, if you want something named after you, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you next time out. Thank you so much for watching, hope you've enjoyed it, and goodbye.